In this very parking lot, we're going to be beginning construction on the new Kansas Leadership Center and Kansas Health Foundation Conference Center. We're very excited that we'll be able to soon be able to be welcoming more grantees for meetings here on this very space, and we'll also be able to be starting our new statewide headquarters for the Kansas Leadership Center. We made the decision several months ago, as you all know, that co-locating this center together would meet our vision of hosting and bringing together more groups as a more efficient way for both of our organizations to operate together. We're very excited about this space and about sharing the building details with you today. We're also excited that this new center will be a key element of helping meet Project Downtown's master plan for the city of Wichita. I would like also to spend a few minutes introducing the members of the Kansas Health Foundation Board who are with us here today. It was their vision to provide a space for both organizations to work side by side to make Kansas a healthier place to live and work. Serving on the foundation board, first of all, is Bill Docking, our board chair. Would you please stand, Bill? Bill is from Arkansas City. Shelley Bueller, our vice chair from Rossville, Kansas. The Reverend Gary Brooks from Wichita. Ron Holt from here in Wichita. Michael Lennon from Topeka. Donna Shank from Liberal. And Andy Tompkins from Topeka. Also, I want to give a special thanks to Matt Jordan from the Kansas Leadership Center, who has been heading up the building planning for this new facility and has just done an excellent job in spending hours and hours of time putting together all the plans for this facility. And I think you'll all be just amazed at how wonderful this new facility is going to be for both of our needs and also for the needs, or for meeting the needs of our state. Matt, thank you very much for all your work. Matt's here. We'd also like to say a special welcome to all the elected leaders who are with us today. They've been so supportive of this effort and have said wonderful things about what this building's going to do for our community. And would you all please stand, all of you who are here with us today. Thank you so much for all your support. We really appreciate it. And a special welcome to our Honorable Mayor Carl Brewer. Mr. Mayor, you've been so wonderful in supporting this effort. You look pretty comfortable on this couch. It was, after all, you, Mr. Mayor, who so aptly described the new Kansas Leadership Center as the living room of Kansas. And I think that's the theme that we're going with here today, as you can see. To create a space where dedicated individuals throughout the state can gather in comfort to have important conversations that will affect the future of Kansas communities and develop solutions to grow a healthier place for our state. And what could be more comfortable than your living room? The Kansas Health Foundation and the Kansas Leadership Center both understand that in order to grow strong leadership, you must first have a strong foundation. And we hope that this will be the foundation that we'll build upon to make Kansas a healthier place. We look forward to the completion of the new living room of Kansas as the Kansas Leadership Center and the Kansas Health Foundation Conference Center take shape over the next year. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Ed O'Malley, the President and CEO of the Leadership Center, to say a few words. Ed?
Thank you, Steve. And for college students everywhere who complain when their parents tell them to take the couches off the front porch, I think the Kansas Health Foundation has now given them permission. Steve, thank you. And the vision many years ago of the Kansas Health Foundation's board has propelled us to this moment here today. The groundbreaking of the expansion of the Health Foundation and the new headquarters for the Kansas Leadership Center. And we certainly would never have made it to this point without the board of the Kansas Leadership Center as well. And Karen Humphreys, I'd love for you to stand for a moment, the chair of the Kansas Leadership Center Board of Directors. Thank you, Karen. Other members of the Kansas Leadership Center Board include Carolyn Kennett from Parsons, David Lindstrom from Johnson County, Consuelo Sandoval from Garden City, Reggie Robinson from Lawrence, and Greg Musel from Johnson County. It has been the pleasure of the Leadership Center to partner with the Kansas Health Foundation to create a space that allows current Kansans, future Kansans, to have meaningful conversation, to address our complex challenges that prohibit our state from being the strongest state it can be, the most prosperous state it can be, the healthiest state that it can be. We began the Kansas Leadership Center almost 6 years ago now with the vision to become the center of excellence for civic leadership development. Now, almost 6 years later, we begin a process that will give us a physical space where we can fully realize that vision. We owe that in part to our tremendous partners with the Opus Group. And the people from Opus, Gary, our architect, Oscar, the others from Opus, if you could raise your hand. Opus recently designed the Leadership Studies building at Kansas State University, and we've enjoyed working with their Kansas City office to build what we like to think of as the living room for the state of Kansas. Every inch of this LEED certified building is designed as a flexible, functional space that contributes to the core objectives of the Kansas Leadership Center and to the joint goals of the Kansas Health Foundation and the Kansas Leadership Center to develop more engaged leaders across our state working to create healthier Kansas communities, a healthier state. The first floor features a town hall style room with seating space for up to 200 Kansans and a 180-degree half circle to create an intimacy and a connection among the participants so they can see each other face to face, engage with each other as they discuss and learn about the state's most daunting challenges and how they can make more progress on those challenges. The second floor, in addition to housing the Leadership Center offices, contains classrooms for current and future leaders of the state to gather and develop their skills. This is what the staff at the foundation will be living with for the next year. The third floor is for growth. In addition to housing the Kansas Leadership Center, the Kansas Health Foundation activities, we don't know exactly what needs we'll have in the future. So the third floor for now is for growth. It'll be unfinished. Certainly this new living room of Kansas will be the center, the A center of exciting activity that promises to develop Kansans who, with a strong foundation of leadership skills, will return to their communities and be more effective at creating healthier communities so everyone can flourish. We have more details on this new building available today. For members of the media, we have a thumb drive with blueprints and architect renderings of the building, along with background materials. If anyone else is interested in learning more about the center, a fact sheet is also available. Now to discuss more about what the new Leadership Center means for the city of Wichita, I'd like to welcome Mayor Carl Brewer.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you. And today is a very exciting day. You know, I guess, which one of you council members have this area? Janet, Levanta, please do something about your parking. My God. Oh yeah, you're working on it. All right, good move. You know, I heard that the Kansas Health Foundation and the leadership team were creating a welcoming living room today for Kansans. But in my mind, I thought it was a figure of speech. I had no idea it would be this many potted plants around. So I think it's something that's pretty neat here. But really, we're excited that the new Kansas Leadership Center and the Kansas Health Foundation Center will be right here in downtown Wichita. Downtown Wichita is the right place for the kind of space that grows leaders and the kind of space where meaningful conversation about the health of Kansans can happen. I want to recognize the Leadership Center is helping to put Kansas on the map. As one of the only organizations of its kind, KLC is nationally recognized for its approach to leadership and community involvement and improvement. We expect that the Leadership Center will bring about 1,000 Kansans to downtown Wichita each year. That's another boost to the momentum that we're building to make Wichita the next great American river city, a hub of tourism, businesses, and community engagement. Thank you to the Leadership Center and the Health Foundation for your investment in downtown Wichita. And for more about the historic Wichita groundbreaking, here is my good friend, I say Mr. Downtown, Jeff Fleur, President of Downtown Developments Corporation.
Thank you, sir. Well, thank you, Mayor. This is an incredible morning for downtown our city. I mean, I love this sound. I mean, I love the fact that Ed had a little bit of a problem because there was progress underway. This is the sounds we want in our downtown. So thank you, City, for building the garage. It's what we want, we need, and thank you for making it possible today. On behalf of the WDC Board of Directors, and I know we have a number of them here, so if they'll raise their hand this morning, we just want to give our thanks to you, the boards of the Kansas Health Foundation, the Leadership Center, for your vision, your leadership, and this catalytic investment that you're doing today. With this investment, we are actually going to see the first new building built along the core of Douglas in over 38 years. The last new building was the one to my right, and that was the Bank of America building. So progress is underway in downtown Wichita. With today's announcement, it's the completion, if you will, of an entire city block of development. If you look over here, we've got the Ambassador Hotel. That will open up later on this year, offering 117 rooms, a new restaurant on the ground floor. So again, a great building. It's been sitting vacant for 10 years. It's also historic in that it was the site of the Dockham sit-in. So again, a piece of our fabric that's very important coming back to life, not only for local individuals to see, but people from across the state and even the nation as the Kansas Leadership Center and the Health Foundation bring those individuals to our city. The renovation of the Henry's building. Just look over your shoulder and you'll see on that north facade, there are cutouts now where there will be new windows. That building has been sitting vacant for 3 decades, and now new life is coming into that building in all levels of facets of it. And then also the strategic investment by the city. The city unlocked, with their investment of this garage behind you, the noises that we're hearing today, and the urban plaza that's under development as well, that will be part of the hotel and also Henry's, but also a great entranceway into this new facility, the new parking garage and that plaza. That has unlocked about $37 million of investment. Mayor, I think you're getting a great return on that initial investment. So thank you to the council for your support. It's that type of partnerships that's going to make this downtown be a vibrant city and also one that's going to be a model for other cities to come and visit. You know, with all this development happening in an entire city block, this is not typical. A lot of times you'll have one project in a block, maybe 2, but very rarely do you have an entire city block. That presents opportunities. And the great thing is that the partners in this block are very forward thinking. So the discussion began to say, well, why don't we take the opportunity to brand this block? You know, it's a whole new day, if you will, in the core of Douglas Avenue. So working with SHS, Sullivan Higdon Sink, very creative firm, that has been done. And today we're going to unveil to you, where's Jason, the first step in this. And this block will now be known as Block 1. And you notice how the 1 is incorporated in this block. This signifies a lot of things. One is, this is an epicenter of new development. You think about the core of Douglas, this is right in the heart of it. It's going to complement great developments that have been here and are established as icons in our downtown. So again, it's an epicenter of development. It also signifies, I think, a new beginning for this area, this core area of downtown. Great work has been done with Old Town development. We're seeing great things along our riverfront emerge with Drury and other projects. This is in the core, the heart of it. So again, this brings back that emphasis, if you will, of a new day in our core of downtown. It is a destination. I think one of the great things is how these corporations and these organizations are going to work with Block 1 to reinforce that. This is also a brand new
if you will, outdoor laboratory. I know the Eagle did an article about that because, and I mean by that is that as we work with investors, and we're having investors come in now beyond Wichita. In fact, within the last 2 weeks, we've had 3 different states of investors coming in to look at Wichita's opportunity. We'll be able to walk down to this block to say, here are the design principles that we're talking about in our master plan. This is how we want to engage the street. This is how this project relates to this one. And again, from an historic fabric, but also brand new construction, how that all really works together and well. So as we move forward, you'll begin to see this name emerge more. In fact, if you didn't notice on the construction fences, there are banners up on all 4 corners now that show you what this block's going to look like when it's done. And associated with that is the name Block 1. And there's also a virtual fly-through now that you can go using your smartphones or your computers, and you can actually fly through this block. WDM, working with Opus and our staff, have put that together, and it is fun to be able to see what this is going to look like. You really capture the energy of this new block. So, going forward, what you will see is things like Kansas Leadership Center at Block 1, Kansas Health Foundation at Block 1, the Ambassador Hotel at Block 1, the Block 1 parking garage. You also see when retail and things come into the Henry's building that the Slauson family's doing, it's going to be referencing at Block 1. Again, it's another identifier, and I think it's going to be one that other cities are going to take note of as we go forward. So today, as we kind of wrap up, one of the great things is, this is a morning of first, is that we've talked about the Ambassador. After this ceremony is over, you're going to actually be able to see some model rooms in the Ambassador. Dave Burke is here, and Dave, I think, where are you, sir? Oh, Dave is in the crowd. Oh, there he is, all right over here. Dave and his development group, Paul Corey and Dave Wells, they're going to take you and let you see some of the model rooms in the Ambassador, so you get a first sneak peek, if you will, of what that hotel is going to look like when it opens up in December of this year. So we appreciate that, again, this opportunity this morning. So as I close, and it's really hard for me to close because this is such an exciting time, I do want to just say thank you, Steve, and your board, Ed, and your board, again, for the vision, the leadership, this investment that is going to be so catalytic. In fact, just over my shoulder, there's a new sign on the Commerce building that says, "It's a new day." And so, again, it's already starting to really be that catalytic that we want to see in our downtown. So thank you for your influence, not only here in our local community, but statewide and nationally for what you all are doing to make our city nationally known and this a vibrant place for all of our local Wichitans. So thank you. So Steve, I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Don't we wish Jeff had just a little more enthusiasm for downtown Wichita? Thank you, Jeff, for all you do. You do a great job. Well, I just want to close by thanking all of you for coming and sharing this really big day for the Kansas Health Foundation, the Kansas Leadership Center. We're so excited to finally be getting this underway. Thank you for coming. As Jeff said, any of you that want to have a tour of the hotel, you can gather at the south part of the parking lot. But once again, thank you so much.